Okay, I'm recording. Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm gonna keep up with this, with the intro, kind of like, what would it be called? Like an intro with announcements kind of thing, and then I'll find a good spot and get into the bulk of what I want to talk about today. And I brought bullet notes today, bullet points, whatever, because I'm sick and tired of started hiking home, and then thinking, oh crap, that would have been a good point to make. So I know it's not really notes, it's just bullet points, because there's a few things I want to make sure I cover, because I'm talking about communities today. And that's I keep saying everything's one of the biggest things. So this is all big stuff. This is all important stuff. But I think one of the main goals of bettering yourself should be to better yourself, to become more self-reliant, rely on yourself, but be a person that people can rely on too. You become a good neighbor and help everybody where you can, and they'll pick up on that energy and start giving it back. Yeah, today's video I want to really focus on community, maybe get into learning new skills, because that's the other future videos. I'm gonna be doing some gardening in the spring. We're gonna be doing some carpentry stuff and building, because how the heck are you gonna have an off-grid home if you don't know how to build one, right? All that stuff. I'm gonna bring people, do videos with people, like plumbing videos and all that stuff, how to take care of it all yourself, especially in a grid down situation, where the only option is you do it yourself. You can't pay anybody to come out because there's nobody coming out. But yeah, the whole purpose and theme of this is documenting me learning this stuff. If you want to get some of this information from people who already know what they're doing, or know what they're talking about, I recommend gardening in Canada and Bear Independent. He's got a whole bunch of stuff, especially medical. That's a big thing. I know he only does it in the States, but I think I have a few people from the US watching these, so go check out Refuge Medical, Bear Independent. Because this is just me figuring it out. I don't know any of this stuff yet. As I learn it, I want some people to learn it with me. But I forgot to greet people. Good morning, Josh. Good morning, John. And good morning, Peter. I really appreciate your message or your comment yesterday. You really proved to me, or showed me that I never ever thought this was a waste of time, because if anything, it's benefiting me. But one of the things I wanted to achieve, if I could just help one person, you showed me I did that. You told me I did that yesterday, so I really appreciate that. I'm keeping my headphones on today because I couldn't find a toque, and it snowed. We got fresh snow on the trail. That's why I'm already out of breath, even though I just started. My hands are frozen because, again, I've refused to take my gloves out of my truck at the end of the day. Maybe I'll learn with this whole discipline thing. But yeah, I'm gonna put my hands in my pockets for now, and I'm gonna find my spot, and we're gonna talk about community. There, the spot I found today requires me to stand way back. Took my pack off. Like I was talking about before, some of those days, it's just more important that you keep doing it. My back is killing me, so put my pack over there. It's okay to take it easy once in a while, just keep doing it. So community, I want to start with, if I mentioned it before, but you guys are the regulars here, or anybody, start commenting on stuff you want to hear, stuff you liked and stuff like that, because I want to start building community here too. Long term, I'll get into it a little bit more deep, because I only briefly mentioned it. My long-term plan with Off-Grid Your Life and Off-Grid Your Mind with Vitality is to start building communities. We want to focus on Ontario because that's where we are, but it's going to get big. I'm gonna like there's a lot of people I know, like I just keep running into people that are getting more into this mindset, but they just don't know where to start. So our thing is to like, we're gonna learn it, and then we'll help people get started. But I want to create a community. We want to create communities on here too, like dialogue, discussion. And I think Vitaly does too. Like I think he'd be on board for this. Is start organizing get-togethers, like where other people join us on some ruck marches or some hikes, and eventually want to do some like lives where I'm hiking through live and you guys are asking me questions. We talk and have dialogue there. As I mentioned before too, like milestones. Day 25 is coming up. I think for day 25 I'm gonna go through my gear and the bag, show what's in there. Maybe if people are interested, maybe even do some reviews on some of that gear, because it's all gear I've used and used constantly when I'm out either hunting, hiking, camping, stuff like that. A lot of stuff that gets crapped on by other prepping channels and stuff. I guess I wouldn't really call myself a prepping channel, but it gets crapped on, and I don't know why. I use it all. I'll use it on camera and be like, no, this is great. Firearms too. Like there's one particular Keltec. The Keltec Sub 2000 gets crapped on all the time. And I've had mine for a while. I've put quite a few rounds through it. And I haven't even cleaned it yet, and it's still no problems. And I saw a guy on YouTube try to show how crappy it is or whatever, but he just ran it like an idiot. Like the problem's not the gun, the problem's you. But anyway, I'm getting off track. I got my bullet points because we're gonna talk about community. Oh, biggest thing about community. Oh, ties in with yesterday. Humility, humbling yourself. One of the biggest issues people have with community and groups have and stuff like that is pride. Nobody can be corrected. Nobody can be told anything. Like, and that goes for every single group. I know it goes for like the church big time. You try to correct a brother in love and it causes problems. Every group is like that though. And I like, this is for everybody. I'm going to use the term men because it's the majority demographic watches anyway, and it also it's just what popped in my head when I was thinking all this stuff and writing it down. It's like, but yeah, older men, man, don't be too proud to ask the younger guy to help you with something, especially like I get it. Like I said, it's pride. We all have these, but no, like don't be ashamed. Like everybody gets older, things get tougher, and young guys, stop being an idiot. Don't be so arrogant. Be able to take criticism or advice from the older guys. Like, we need to start working together. Man, I might as well just bring the whole notebook out here and just start writing. These bullet points suck. What the hell passed me? I know in the morning bit with the announcements and stuff, I started to mention like learning new skills. That's a big thing. I had notes on like burying the hatchet and letting things go, but I guess it all just ties in with like humble yourself. Like there was a pastor I was listening to one time, and he was telling a story about firefighters. Like when they get the call and they start getting another gear, there's one that just goes around. His job is just to make sure, like, hey, you forgot this, you forgot that, you forgot this, like fix that better. And you know what they don't do? They don't go, oh, well, you're judging me, or oh, they start making, no, they just put the gear on because they don't want to die. Like when somebody, like, I guess it's like knowing their heart, knowing where they come from, because some people are just jerks. But even then, don't let it get to you. Don't let one person being a jerk start creating division in your community or in your group. Just be bigger than that. But no, like if somebody's trying to warn you or tell you like, hey, you're lacking here, or like, just like, oh, thanks, and work on it. And even if you don't think that you have that problem, maybe just sit back and reflect instead of getting angry at that person, thinking this guy's way off base. Try to sit and reflect and think like, maybe I do that, or maybe I don't do this enough. Like this, like everyone keeps going on about like how much they don't like themselves, depression, and all like everything, like all these issues they have with themselves, but yet we're all just so stuffed full of pride. And like, man, me getting out here and doing this, or the day where I slipped on the ice and I kept it in video, that took a lot. That took a lot of humbling myself and just getting out here. Like, I watched some of these videos back and like, man, I sound like an idiot. And I really have to just humble myself to keep doing it, because there's been people that this has benefited. It's benefiting me. I'm already noticeably losing weight. I gotta weigh myself soon, because I'm already starting to see it. And I feel better and stuff too. So like, I'm not gonna stop. But there's some days where I feel like, but anyway, I'm getting off track again. Community, I want to talk about. I also briefly mentioned learning new skills. That's something you can do. Like, start looking at the things you're good at and how they could benefit other people. And get some friends together, especially people you haven't talked to in a long time. The people that you think about, oh man, I should call them or see how they're doing. Like, even if it's been like 5 years and you think they might think you're weird to do it, it's worth it. Maybe they do think you're weird, whatever. Like, at least you did it, and then it's an exercise to do it more often, right? Start getting together with those people and learn skills together. Preferably skills that scare you, or like not skills that scare you, but things that make you uncomfortable and scare you. Like, if you're afraid of heights, go get some friends that you haven't talked to in a while and go rock climbing. Guns. If you've got a strong opinion on guns, but you don't know anything about them, or they make you uncomfortable, go learn something. Especially, like, go learn about Canadian and American gun laws. They're not what the news keeps telling you. It's ridiculous. It's amazing. It boggles my mind. Like, just listening to people in the state. Like, I know more about American gun laws than a lot of Americans for some reason. And same thing goes for Canada. Like, anyway, go learn. Go hold a gun in a controlled, safe environment and go learn how to use it. When you go on about how bad guns are and you don't know what you're talking about, you look ridiculous. You look like a moron. And the same thing goes for the other people, the people on the other end of the spectrum. The people that go on and on and on about how great guns are and like makes their whole identity. You also look like an idiot. Guns are a tool. So when you're crapping on them just as much, like, you look like the guy that goes on about Milwaukee or Ryobi, or like, oh, you poor, you can only get Ryobi, or you're poor, you can only get SK. It's like, yeah, shut up. I guess it's one thing if it's guys just ragging on each other about like gear, but there's some legit people that unironically just crap on other people's equipment. This is a whole other video that I need to make, but this ties into community, like community of guys, group of guys. Like, you can rag on each other's gear, like, just as a joke, but then there's some people that just take it too far and ruin it for everybody. And then there's other guys that are just too much of a, like, they're pansies, they're wimps. They can't handle another guy just teasing them. Like, that's how guys bond. And we're losing it. I'd argue we probably lost it. I guess with the younger generations, I know when I'm with other guys at work and stuff, older guys, we can joke about all that stuff. Younger guys are like, why are you picking on me? I don't know. I don't have a lot of, I shouldn't have a lot. I don't have any women groups. Like, I don't go to women's Bible study or anything. So, but I'm guaranteeing there's similar stuff there. Like, too much offense, too much pride. But yeah, start building those communities. Like I was saying in the last video or the video before, like, we didn't just make up these stories and fairy tales about being able to go to a neighbor and get some eggs and trade some flour or whatever. But yeah. Pride, yeah, covered that. Better yourself, to take care of yourself and take care of others, yeah, covered that. Learn your skill, covered that. So what are we at? 10 minutes. It wasn't too bad. I feel like there's more. I know I'm going to start hiking home and be like, oh, I forgot this point and I forgot that point, or that would have been a good point to make, but I don't know. I'm still figuring these out. I've been hearing that they're getting better. I feel more comfortable today. Every day I feel more comfortable doing these. So yeah, if you were here, if you saw the title and you're here just for community, I'll probably bring it up a little bit more, but the rest of this is going to be rambling. So if that's not your thing, you can hop off. right now I'm just going to chat. Going to keep talking about skills, tools, future videos. I'm actually, like, I kind of regret saying that day 25 is going to be the gear day, because I'm kind of excited for that. I was originally going to make it day 50, and I was like, no, I can't wait that long. I want to talk about this gear. And I know there's people that'll get a lot out of it too, like, especially if you don't know anything about bushcraft survival or wilderness survival, hunting, anything like that, but you have an interest, you're going to want to check out day 25. I'm going to hike. I'm going to do my morning hike and everything, but I'll probably do the video in the afternoon. I started booking some bigger construction jobs too, so that's going to cut into some of this time, but obviously I need to do my actual job. Like, this is just a fun hobby where I'm getting fit and helping people, encouraging people. So I'll put those up on my my NR&D pages. Vitaly's going to help me too, so there'll be some off-grid your mind content in there as well. But yeah, I got to show that I know how to build tiny homes before people will be confident enough to start buying tiny homes with me. Buying land and building tiny homes. Long-term goals. I'm going to start talking about those long-term goals that I was mysteriously mentioning in the earlier episodes. Like, I'm not going to say too many, because like I said, some of them aren't even in the works yet, but the whole point, like the end goal, there actually is an end goal. Like, off-grid your life, off-grid your mind's going to go until I die. I think, I haven't talked to Vitaly about this yet, but I think he feels the same. Like, maybe we'll hand it off to our kids and they can keep running things and keep expanding on things. But like I said, focus is Ontario right now, getting some people, helping some people help themselves, square themselves away, get on the right track, spread throughout Canada, and then who knows from there. These videos are going to be really fun and cool to look back on, though, when all this starts taking off, because I know it will. I know there's enough people. There's a lot of people that want help, need help, and like, again, either the pride's getting in the way or something. But we'll work with it. We'll figure it out. But the biggest thing for me is helping people help themselves. Big issue I have with a lot of these nonprofits or government. They're designed and set up in a way to not really help people, because if they're actually helping people or helping the causes they stand for or supposedly, they become obsolete. They become useless. And that's why no one's gonna, like, these people aren't gonna save the whales, guys. Like, they don't give a crap about the whales. They don't give a crap about a lot of things. It's more about just getting more people dependent on them so they can legitimize themselves, so they can lie. They can lie to the government and tell them, like, oh, show them all the stuff that they're doing and all these people we have, so we need more funds. The government will give them more grants, more funds, and then the top people, they go buy another house, they buy another car. It's a joke. Off-grid your life, off-grid your mind. It's more of a mindset changer type thing. Like, our goal, like, if there was no people left, like, everybody was out there helping themselves and helping each other, then fine, we'd pack up. But it's more than just that. It's more than just getting people helping people with addiction, helping people get shelter, get food. It's helping people change their mindset. Specifically the victim mindset that keep a lot of people trapped. The mindset where I can't do this because I'm that and I'm a failure and I can't blah 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 and I need this, or a bigger one is I'm a failure because of these people. That's another annoying mindset that you'll see in a lot of communities and groups. Like, oh no, I'm failing because I'm sometimes guilty of it. Sometimes I look at my taxes or something or something I have to pay a bunch of money into for my business and be like, oh, I can't go to the next level with my business because this damn government screwing me. There's truth. Yeah. There's groups out there that want to hurt you and mess around, but ultimately your success comes down to you. Maybe you got to try harder. Maybe you got to fight harder, but it's up to you. Yeah, like, I wrote in my notes one time for a different video, and like I said, I never bring notes with me, and I never do the bullet points and stuff, but I just remember it now, like the video where I was saying I'm no longer making excuses for myself or trying to explain things, explain myself, and I'm not going to worry about what people think. I started talking about like, yeah, I believe in God, and I believe that there is groups of people out there with bad intentions for people like you and me. And they're not unified by things like religion or race. What unifies them is their hunger for power and their hatred for the common man. That's what unifies them. The people that they view as sheep, the puppets, us. That's what unifies them, the need for more and more power and more control over us. So there are groups out there that are bound and bent on keeping you down, but it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse at all. You keep fighting. Oh, did not think I was going to go there this morning, but anyway, I'm cold. I'm trying to keep myself warm, get myself all fired up. Day 25 is the backpack. I think I'm going to talk about this because those of you, there's probably some of you watching these videos that know this is not just a weighted vest, and I shouldn't be so scared to talk about it, but I do live in Canada, and things like this are completely legal. It's completely fine for me to have this and walk around with, but there's those people, right? There's some people that want to discourage this, which is insane to me, but I'll probably go into more about this, review the company, because the company that sold me this is amazing, Canadian company. We'll talk about some things a lot of people don't know, like spalling. Like I like sizes too. Like I think this is I think the standard. Oh, what's the standard? I'm probably completely wrong. I'll look at it later. It's like 11 and 12 or something. But this one's like a 14. Like, cause I'm a wider guy. Got a really wide shoulders and a wide chest, so I got the biggest size I could get. Level 4. Like I said, the back plate isn't as special, but we'll talk about anti-spalling with those videos. And I don't feel like reviewing it. I don't feel like shooting my stuff or being shot at. Like if I never, ever, ever have to use this other than exercise, it's going to be awesome. But I don't live in a fantasy world either. I try to, like, again, balance. I don't think like the world's, some people's worlds are collapsing right now. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Like, yeah, like things are relatively still okay, but other people's worlds are falling apart right now. And like I said, it's only going to get worse before it gets worse. This is not to be negative or anything like that. Here I go explaining myself again, but I don't want people to dread, because it's pointless. It's a waste of time. But I also don't want people to be ignorant. Like, there's some, like, everyone's talking about Ohio, but nobody's paying attention to all the other massive chemical spills going on right now, and all these interesting, convenient fires and factory fires and explosions. And it's like, maybe it's all being pushed to the news to distract us from something else, or maybe we should be looking at this. Like, come on. Russia just pulled out their U.S. ambassador. They ended the last nuclear treaty. Don't dread, but start paying attention to this stuff. And don't go panic buy, but maybe next time you get groceries, throw an extra can in there, an extra bag of rice. There's tons of videos on how to preserve, like, rice, like, and pastas and stuff like that. They'll last way past their expiry date. Cans obviously too. So maybe pick up I know groceries are tough right now, but you can do it. Go, like, just every time, like, a couple of bags of spaghetti, a bag of rice, a couple cans of soup, put that away. It doesn't even have to be because you're preparing for a doomsday or end of the world scenario. Like, a lot of people are losing their jobs right now. I find it amazing that one minute I'm hearing in the news that nobody wants to work, and then I scroll down and everyone's being fired. Like, don't Like, I don't think I'm the smartest guy in the world. I don't have any of this figured out, but some of this stuff isn't making sense. How is there a worker shortage and everyone's getting fired? You at least think like the people that were getting fired would start working over in these industries because they need a job, but yeah, maybe pride, maybe, I don't know. I know these things don't make sense, and I know that I know what I'm doing to protect myself and my family against them, and I want to start encouraging people to do this in a healthy way too. Like, something else you can do besides getting your body, mind, and spirit squared away is, get your household in order. Know where things are. Have plans. We all were always told to have a fire safety and escape plan, but what about flooding plan, power outage, grid down, like short-term grid down stuff? Do you have a 72-hour kit? Stuff like that. Do you have a first aid kit, and do you know how to use it? I got one over there I'm going to do a review on. It's probably the second best one you can get. I don't have a Bearfac yet because I'm Canadian and poor. So, but I'm working on it because I don't want to die, as Bear says. I want the good stuff, and I want to support a good company. Refuge Medical is amazing, especially if you like giving the devil a good square kick in the nuts. Support Refuge Medical and his other ministries, Grindstone Ministry, because you're gonna get good gear, and you're helping a good cause. All right, where am I at? I think I'm ready to go home, make a coffee. 22 minutes, that's not bad. Try to keep these a little bit shorter. I don't know how long people actually watch these, but as I get better, I feel like today was pretty good. I talked steadily. I didn't stutter too much. Not a lot of ums and ahs. I'm getting better. I think my first live stream, I think that'll helping like seeing who's seeing this stuff and getting some feedback from strangers. Like right now, I'm just getting feedback from friends, and I'm telling them to be as harsh as possible, because like I don't care about being a big channel. What I care about is that person that needs to hear this, that might not be hearing it. That's what I care about. I make my money in construction. Like, I don't give a crap about YouTube and all. Like, my one friend's telling me to get on TikTok, and I'm like, nah, I don't know how to use that crap. Maybe it'd be good for some kids on TikTok. I know it's younger people on TikTok, and younger people need to hear a lot of this stuff, I think. I wish I started understanding this stuff and getting this stuff when I was younger. Like, I'm 30 now. And I'm learning things and starting to implement things that I should have been doing a long time ago. It's like nothing I say here is super deep and profound hidden knowledge. It's all things we all know, or at least should know, but we just don't implement it. Like, I know when I say some of these things, it's like you all heard it before. But maybe like me, it's like you need to keep hearing it, and you need to start meditating on it, and then you need to start acting on it, and then you get it. You hear it, you know it, but you're not getting it. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Like I said, it's nothing deep and profound and new. This isn't new information. And maybe if you hear me repeat it enough, you'll start to do it. Anyway, have a good day, everyone. God bless.